Hi, I just wanted to make a short response video. I saw that Nikocado Avocado made this post or a video about how he wasn't following raw food diet, or he was eating cooked food and stuff like that. And he put up a post and it said, and someone below it had said the 8-10-10 diet doesn't work, or they said, the 8-10-10 diet's a mess or something. And I posted that I said he wasn't doing 8-10-10. Now that I guess that's my perspective on it, but I'm not saying he was, and there's been a bit of a response video where I was mentioned in it and all that. So I've just a quick response to that, because I'm a bit sorry in a way that things have come across in the wrong way, whatever. But I think that is just honestly the truth. If you're eating a really high he was obviously eating a lot of avocados and stuff, and at that point you're not doing 8-10-10. So I was really kind of responding to that lady or that person that was saying 8-10-10 or 8-1-1. And there's people that do raw food diets in all sorts of different ways, and fruitarian diets in different ways. And I think blood sugar, it seems like he's saying he had some kind of blood sugar issue. I don't know if he had it diagnosed or whatever, but he was having some problems, and possibly blood sugar related, but I don't really know. And the 8-10-10 thing would be to say, well, if you're eating the blood sugar problems are caused by a higher fat diet rather than a high sugar diet, but who really knows what was going on? But I wasn't going to. Someone mentioned to me that he'd mentioned me in a video, and then I wasn't going to watch it. At first I was just going to ignore it all, but then I watched it, and I was he was saying that I'd been to the festival with him, with them, and obviously everyone else at Woodstock, and that I had never acknowledged them or acknowledged Orlin, and I feel a bit bad about that, because I didn't really feel that was I didn't feel that happened in that way. I never really spoke to those guys that much, and I don't know. I'm not that good at speaking to people really, but I remember. But I definitely acknowledge. I know who he is. I mean, I know he was. I was there with him. I remember they had I spoke to Orlin. I don't understand why this has come across like this. I remember they had brought a Monstera fruit, and it was the only time I've ever tried Monstera, and they had it, and they offered me it, and I was eating it and trying it, and I'm sure we were we were having some kind of conversation or whatever. And yeah, he's right. Like I probably only reached out to them because I was mentioning the fruit festival, and that was, to be honest, that was when it comes to the fruit festival, I basically messaged thousands of people on Facebook. But I just went through fruitarian groups and stuff and messaged everyone, and obviously a lot of people have probably got messages from me about the festival, and it's probably annoying, but to be honest, it's like it's kind of the kind of things I have to do to make an event work without really having the money to do a lot of advertising and stuff like that, and so I've probably annoyed a lot of people by messaging a lot of people and going through Facebook, messaging loads of people about it, and that's the kind of sacrifice you make, I guess. You annoy some people, or some people take it the wrong way or whatever, and every now and again the message reaches someone that actually wanted to hear it, or was interested. And also I was promoting a book as well, so I was getting people to do but I'm kind of quite public about that. Like, I've put all that stuff on YouTube as well, but I don't have any. I just didn't like the lady that said, well, that this raw food diet's a total mess and 80-10-10's a mess, because it's not 80-10-10 when you're doing. And I don't know, I'm pretty sure he was saying he was doing like 15 avocados at a meal and stuff. There's like a lot of avocados, and I don't pretend to know anything about whether that's good or bad or whatever, but I don't think it would help a person that maybe had some blood sugar problem or whatever. But then you look underneath the video and everyone goes, well, it's all that matters is that you're vegan. That's the only thing that matters. And I don't feel that way. I was at a vegan festival last week, and the interesting thing about going to a vegan festival is that you see all these people and you go, oh wow, I didn't know they were vegan. You bump into people that you didn't know were vegan and all that. And but there was people there that and there was literally a guy there that I've seen around, and I've thought, that guy really needs to change his diet. He needs to go vegan. Like, he's that kind of thing. And then you realise, all right, he is vegan. Like, okay, because he was kind of he didn't look all that healthy. So I have a bit of I don't just go, it's just about vegan, and I just don't want to live my life that way, where it's like, oh, it's just about that, and don't think about anything else. Like, it's just do a vegan diet, never think about the health aspects of it. I'm in a bathroom right now. Why can't it be I eat a vegan diet and I eat a healthy vegan diet and I eat the best diet and I live healthy? Why are people saying, as if you've only got the energy to do one thing, as if you've only got, I can just about manage a vegan diet and that's it? It shouldn't. It's not the way I approach things. It's like, okay, this I've taken a step. What's the next step? What's the better step? What's the better way? So I'm all kind of continuing to try and improve, and I don't like that. Oh, it's all that matters is that you're vegan to me, and that kind of implies, like, okay, if he's not vegan, what do you not like him if he's not vegan? If he chooses not to be vegan, none of these dietary things matter to me. I don't like people not being vegan, but that doesn't make me not like a person. Everyone, just about every person I spend time with is not a vegan. And if I go online and we have little conversations about diet and all that within a certain community and within a certain niche, then I don't want people to take it too seriously, as if I'm sitting in an ivory tower not speaking to anyone. I know that even though I've run raw food events, I know that people come and leave, and whatever, 70% or 80% probably don't even make any change. And some people come along that have never done a vegan diet or vegetarian diet or anything, and I know a lot of them probably a lot of them don't make any change at all, and some of them do, and some of them go raw, and some of them go vegan, and whatever else. I'm certainly not the police checking up on people, but people do get, when people have put themselves forward to some extent as a public figure or leader or whatever, and then they change, then some people have a bit of a backlash. But as far as I'm concerned, I really like those guys, Nicholas and Orlin, and it's kind of just a feeling in me that I recognise that I didn't put a great deal of time into getting to know them or speak to them, and I certainly feel like if they didn't feel like I acknowledged them, I definitely, in my own mind, I knew exactly who those guys were. Do you know? Like from my perspective, I acknowledged them in within myself. So I'm sad that probably a few people feel like that, like I've ignored them or something, or not bothered to speak to them or whatever. And it just means I need to make a bit more of an effort next time. But certainly, I don't know. It's that's the thing that annoys me the most, actually, about myself, that I've upset someone like that. But when it comes to the diet, from the very start of me ever being involved in this lifestyle, it's always been about, people have always talked about low fat and everything else. So, but when Nicholas was doing the avocados thing, I always just thought it's kind of interesting that he can do that, and it kind of made sense to me. I guess because it's still fruit and raw food and stuff, then it's probably not a problem. And I don't know if it did play a part in the problem or not. And I don't know if he's been diagnosed with an issue. So it's really hard, but I don't know. Sometimes, this is the last thing I want to say, that I was watching Doug Graham was up at the Veg Fest in Glasgow, and he was giving a talk, and the way he speaks to the audience, to me, is like hardcore. It's like what he says, things that you just think, wow, I don't know if I could say that. I don't know if I could be that bold. But that's leadership, and that's persuasion, and that's someone who's trying to put across their point. Like he'll say, cooked food. One thing he says is cooked food will be immoral before it becomes illegal, and you think, wow, that's really strong. But he justifies it by saying there's various government acts that certain restaurants, I don't know, there's carcinogens in some of the fumes that come off cooked food and stuff like that, and it's and there's certain things that it's banned for it to be enclosed or something, or I don't know, but there's places in the world where it's banned to be cooking food in a certain environment or whatever, and so he talks about that, and you think, wow, that's really that's really strong to say that in front of an audience of not raw foodists primarily, but that is, no one's ever gonna listen to him or follow what he says unless he takes a very clear stance. And his wife's quite similar, Professor Rosalind Graham. She's pretty hardcore as well with her, and it is that thing that people are never going to make a change or follow you or whatever if you just say, well, raw food's okay, but we only care if you're vegan. And at the same time, I'm absolutely sure that most of their friends and family are not raw foodists, or not vegan, or not anything else. And it doesn't get brought up, when when we're meeting people or anything else. We're not checking, are you a raw vegan? What are you? It doesn't come up like that. So I don't know. We all get misinterpreted online and everything, and generally when people meet up, it's all that kind of gets lost in the, no one really cares. But Yeah. So just wanted to reach out to Nicholas and Orlin and those guys, and hope that that's made some amends there. But yeah, it's kind of just sad that I didn't take the time to speak to them a bit more, or I didn't even, to be honest, I didn't even think they would have wanted to speak to me. Like, what? I don't know. I didn't really get the impression that they were looking for my acknowledgement or anything like that. So that was news to me, if that was the case. And yeah, okay. Thanks for watching, and apologies to everyone if anyone was upset and everything, and hope everyone's doing well. And what else? Just feel free to call me out on anything, and I'll try and respond to it, or try and do better next time. Okay, thank you.